was that racist shit you were saying?
Hey, everybody.
Stop, I'm not rolling it.
What was the racist thing I said about my dad?
Yeah, you're talking like I'm recording. I'm not recording it. Just tell me that racist thing that you said.
I said that I
your
would.
Dad, yeah.
Yeah, I said that I would. I've been calling ice on my father since that day I met him. That's what I said.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Have they ever showed up?
No, they've never. I mean, I don't know why they haven't.
Yeah.
I have made repeated calls and repeated what are they called, complaints? About my father's presence.
Yeah.
And I've sent them pictures so they know what he looks like. they see the color of his skin, but he is still very much living free in Dallas, Texas.
Wait, though. Explain actually what you were telling me about your dad, your relationship with your dad, if that's cool.
By
the way, hello, welcome to the podcast. This is talking to myself. I have a guest talking to Fernando Ruiz right now. He's a good friend of mine, very funny comedian. Now tell me about your dad again.
No, I was just saying that my dad FaceTimed me last night.
Yeah.
And the moment I picked up the FaceTime, I was like, oh, he's drunk. And my dad said it's 4th of July this weekend, and he was very excited about it. He said he loves celebrating the 4th of July so that people know he's American and don't try to deport him. And my response was, I've been calling ice on you since the day I met you.
What's the furthest you ever took that? Have you actually ever been like, I'm dialing the number right now?
No, I've never. That would be wild if I ever.
Yeah, but if he was in the room, that'd be funny to do though. Especially when he's on FaceTime. Yeah. So you can hear the buttons dialing if you do it.
My dad though, when he meets, like if he feels safe around people, because his name is Marcos. Yeah. And he will go by that if he feels safe around people. But if he's around people where he's like, oh, they might be racist, he's like, my name's Marcus.
Does he for real do that?
He's like, he's like, hi, my name is Marcus Ruiz.
Wait, when's the last time you saw him like straight up just say Marcus to a group of people?
It's usually like if he's in an area where you're just like, it's like pinned up white people. Yeah. He's like, hi, my name is Marcus. Do you have a table for two?
like if he's at a Chili's or something.
Yeah. Just if he's really if he's really trying to ham it up with some people and he doesn't know their vibe yet.
Damn, dude. Yeah. I want to see when I meet him eventually. Yeah. Eventually I will meet him.
How he responds.
And if he says Marcus to me, I'm going to be like, what are you doing, man? Don't fucking do that to me, dude.
No, it's also fun because I feel like anybody looking at me is like, why is his dad worried about it? My dad's a lot darker than I am. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad's like, he's very dark.
So when he says Marcus, regular people are like, okay. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. They're just like, all right, that's his name. Yeah. But yeah, if he's like introducing himself to just like people like close to people, he's like, Marcos Anton, and he hits the whole fucking name.
Is there ever a shift where he's like uncomfortable around somebody and then he changes it?
No, it's just he lives in that now. Now he's like, oh, now this racist knows who I am.
He never meets somebody and goes, hey, I'm Marcus, and then like a couple months later he's like, this guy's cool, and he's like, Marcus.
Also, I'm gonna be honest, I said my dad's name is Marcos. I don't know what his real name is because he has like 3 different pieces of identification and all 3 have different names on it.
Oh, for real?
So when I say he's an American citizen, I do say that very lightly.
Why does he have 3 pieces of identification?
Well, it's just like he has his ID and then like another thing with the name on it, another thing with, and they all have different names on it. So that like necessarily 3 IDs, just like 3 things with his name on it, and they're different names.
Wait, how is that? What are the 3? It's all 3 different first names.
Yeah, so it's like it'd be like one says like Marcos, one says Marco, one says Marcus, one says It's just like what.
They're all in the Mark range.
Yeah, but it's sure.
He's trying out different versions.
It's kind of like Jason Bourne when you look at all his IDs and like Jason Bourne, Jason Gravitt, Jason. And it's just like different Jasons. Yeah. But it's still different names. You're like, what's the real name?
To me, it seems like he's trying out each kind of Marcus. So every time he gets to say it to different people, and he gets to see which one a person's most satisfied with. Yeah. So he's like, my name's Marcos, and they're like, okay. But if he's like, my name's Marcus, and they're like, hell yeah, dude.
What bothers me about it is one time I asked him, I said, hey, what's up with this? What's your name? And he goes, don't worry about it. And
he said, don't worry about it for his name?
And I was like, do you have papers? Like that, I was like, that was the first time in my life where I was like, should I be calling ice on this man? Like, it's been a joke for so long, but should I be?
That's when you first looked up the actual number. You're like, I need to know this just in case.
Yeah.
Also, your dad's like, you're like, what's your actual name? Your dad's like, don't worry about it. It's like, well, I should worry about that. You're my dad, dude. Yeah. You're my fucking full father. What?
It's wild. I'm just like, yeah, you shouldn't be in this country anymore.
So you're gonna actually making the call?
Yeah. Actually, he's always talking about moving back to. He's like maybe I should move back to Mexico, and I'm like, are you moving back or are you being taken back?
Is this by your own fruition or what's going on here?
Yeah. I don't know what my dad's problem.
Maybe he's challenging you. Maybe he's like, hey, I kind of want to go back.
He's like, I want them to come and take me. You know, he's got that kind of energy.
Yeah. He's got hold me back energy.
Yeah.
He's
like, you bet I won't. You think I won't? You think he just...
And then Ice just shows up. He's like, fuck, I will.
Yeah.
You think I won't? Fuck, I will. Damn it, dude. Those are knocks at the door right now. Fuck. My son wasn't joking, dude.
No, my dad is so funny because he's so proud to be Mexican, but he also dresses in a way that I'm like, this is too American. Like,
yeah.
He wears you remember those like puka shell necklaces they would wear in the 90s?
Yeah.
Or like the early 2000s. He wears that and then like a really tight like tank top at all times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're being real flamboyant right now. What are you doing?
He's just feeling himself, dude.
I mean, yeah, he's a sexy man, I guess.
Yeah, he wants to express himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay with it. That sounds like a man who's comfortable with himself. My dad would never wear puka shell necklace. In fact, if I wore one, he'd be like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
I think my dad is also like that. So that's why I find it. My dad's also one of those like, I'm straight. And so it's weird seeing him do that kind of stuff as well.
But that's why he's like, I'm straight. And then as he gets older, he feels himself more and he cares less.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wears more like that. But he probably still has that thought in his brain.
Yeah.
So if you wear it, if you wore a puka shell necklace, you'd be like, what are you doing? What's going on there? What does that mean? And then you look at your dad, you're like, I'm just copying you.
Yeah. But I'm saying like my dad is a man who like wants everybody to know he's straight at all times.
Yeah.
Like I think I've told you like my dad grew up.
That's why he wants you to know, because he doesn't want you to get confused with the outfit.
My dad would say things all the time, like giving me advice, and I was like, well, I have to take this advice and change it so that it's good advice.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, always carry a pen and paper in case you get a pretty girl's phone number.
What would you change that to?
Just carry pen and paper. You could have just stopped it.
Just in case. It's good to have a pen and paper for anything you write down.
All of his advice was like, this is in case you might get laid. That was all of his advice was that. And I had to stop it at the point where he gets to like, you might get laid. Like he was like, always remember a pretty girl's name. Just remember people's names.
Yeah.
Like, it was just stuff like that, you know?
But maybe that's just for him. It's either for him, the way to remember all these things was he need to attach it to having sex. Maybe he thought, he was like, listen, kids, like young dudes want to have sex. So if I attach good life lessons to sex, he'll remember. Or your dad's just been in a lot of scenarios where he was about to fuck and he was like, damn, where is the pen and paper? Or he's like, he's like,
I like the idea that he's on the verge of having sex and can't remember the name. And he can't even pretend for long enough to finish having sex.
I'm picturing he meets a lady and she's like, hey, my name's Sarah, and he's like, oh, cool, Sarah, and then like they're hitting it off, and then later in the night she's like, hey, do you want to come back to fuck? Like she's real blatant. You want to come back to fuck? And he goes, sure, Chloe.
Yeah, it's easy to pretend to know somebody's name.
He could have just said, yeah.
I have whole relationships, don't know someone's name. I just pretend.
You nod through.
Yeah. You don't address them. You go, hey. I'm be honest, I've never called my dad. Never once. I've never been like, hey, dad. I just go, hey. And then wait for him to look at me. And so
I like how we're talking about remembering people's names and we use dad as a
as
a marker for a name.
But what I'm saying is like you don't have to use people's name. You could just say, hey, put that out in the universe, and eventually they will look at you.
I do it at parties constantly.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, and then eventually he'll look over and you go, and then you start talking to him.
Yeah. There's entire groups of people that I see on a regular basis. I don't know their name, and I just go, what's up, man? Yeah. Or I go, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
And then we say hello, and then we have full conversations, and then at the end of it, I don't know who they are. Like I know who they are.
Yeah.
I have a bad thing where I don't ever remember names, but I remember the entire being of the person. Like I know like if it's a comedian, like I know their bits.
Yeah.
Literally, people will be like, "Hey, do you know this guy?" I go, "What's his joke?" And then if you tell me a joke of his, I'll be like, "Oh, I remember."
I know their name. Yeah, I know them.
But I don't know his name at all.
I get you.
And I might never remember it.
God, I just realized me going, "Hey," to my dad until he looks at me and starts talking, and I start talking to him. Is that catcalling? Am I just catcalling my dad for like, "Hey, you, hey, hey"?
Only if you make it sexual. Only if it's followed by nice ass. Hey, you. Hey, dad. Or no, you can't say dad. Hey, you. You get a nice butt.
I mean, I did yesterday. I did compliment his skin. So
you can't call your dad.
I can't call him my dad a bit.
Yeah, you should find out his name first.
I've tried.
You find out your dad's name, and I'll find out people's names who I see on a regular basis.
The people in my family are very secretive with their personal. Like I asked my grandmother, I was like, "What town in Mexico are you from?" And she goes, "Why are you asking?"
Yeah.
And then she never told me. I don't know. She refuses to tell me. She's like, "You don't need to know."
Why is your family so cagey about their life, about your family history?
It really makes me go like, "You guys don't belong here." It does make me feel that way.
Or maybe you're an outsider. Maybe you're adopted.
Yeah, maybe I am adopted.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Like who's this fucking kid? He just got here. We just picked him up at the place. We just picked him up at the orphanage. What's going on here? He's asking all these questions.
Yeah. They're like, he's a little too light skinned. We need to.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you don't know anyone's name.
We need a tiptoe around him. We need to tiptoe around this kid.
This kid's gonna fucking get us deported. Maybe they think the ice joke is real. Maybe this whole time, like you don't even know where I'm from. Yeah. I'm from here, dude.
Maybe they adopted a white baby to like raise him and then try to like be like, oh, some white people can be okay. And then I just growing up and like, I'm gonna call ice on you. Like, oh shit, it is genetic.
This guy's fucked up. Yeah. You're one of us, dude. You're not white.
They're like, white people just do that shit naturally. We raised a Mexican and he's still calling ice.
And you have no idea. You're just like, no, this is my family. It's like, fuck, we tried to trick you, but it's in your DNA.
It's in the blood.
Fuck. My dad has no. It's funny because I like that your dad is at least self-aware enough to be like, I'm Marcus.
Yeah.
Towards people he's uncomfortable with. My dad, he has no concept of like when people don't like Italian people. Yeah. I have to tell him he tells me stories. Mm-hmm. I go, that guy didn't like you because you were Italian, and he's like, what are you talking about? Like he refuses it. Yeah. Like there was this priest.
Yeah, but like hatred towards Italians, that's like justified almost. So it's.
I mean,
yeah.
You've met my dad.
We've all seen Raging Bull, you know?
We've all seen, yeah. All right, dude. I just get real serious. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? The hell, dude? Is this why you're saying? Is this why you call me WAP every day?
Yeah. This is why. Yeah. That's why I started wearing. I just wear Guinea shirts all day, and I just mock you all the time.
Guinea tees, bro. If you're gonna say the slur, you better say it right. Guinea tee, not Guinea shirts.
Wear a wife beater all the time.
What the fuck, dude?
But yeah, your dad's getting hate for being Italian. You have to convince him that people don't like Italians.
He just doesn't understand that like there's an Italian aspect to him. Like I told you this, he thinks that he doesn't understand that people came to his butcher. My dad had a butcher shop, for like 20 years, 25 years or some shit, and or maybe 30 years. Anyway, but it was like in a wealthy area, and he was like the dude from Italy. And 100% people were like, oh, the Italian butcher. Like, they definitely liked going to him to say, I got meat from the Italian butcher. Yeah. Yeah. And I told him that, and he was like, no, that's not. They just like the cuts of meat. I sold prime meat. Yeah. I was like, no, they like to be like, oh, my butcher from Naples gave me a T-bone steak.
This sounds like positive racism almost.
It's a good thing, yeah.
You got some good stuff out of being Italian.
It's a good thing there, yeah.
Yeah. My dad, because he's Mexican, just got to become a waiter.
Yeah.
So your dad got to become a good butcher. My dad.
Well, the negative one was there was this this Irish priest who like every time he saw my dad would like shit on him and make fun of him. Yeah. And like try and get him in trouble. And he acted like he was making like my dad was telling me a story where my dad was like, "Oh, what's up, father?" And he goes, "Father? You call me father?"
Pasha. And
I was like, oh, he was upset. Yeah. That was he didn't like the Italianness of you. Yeah. And my dad was like, nah, he just didn't like how I said father. I was like, I don't know, Dad. Yeah. I think there's a little more than that. There's a little more spice to it. Yeah. I think he hated you, dude. But yeah, you could hate it. I mean, Italian people are okay to hate.
I think it's accepted to hate Italian.
As far as cultural goes, you can hate it.
Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of hate in the world, and we just focus it on different people. Like I like to think that people focus hate on different things.
I think you're right. They focus hate on different things through different time periods. Yeah. And now, now it's
for a while it was just guys in fedoras. Yeah. And now it's back to like Italians.
It's back to Italians. Yeah. It's heavy on Italians. Yeah. Yeah. You'll meet people who They like to push the limit. Yeah. But I like it because a lot of people don't even know Italian slurs, and then I offer
and then
them
you have to. I will say that I knew 0 Italian slurs, and then me and Jake moved in together a year ago, and I would say maybe the second or third time I met Jake, he was helping me move into our new apartment, and he was teaching me every Italian slur as we were moving.
I like to offer them up to see who says them.
Yeah.
Usually the people who say them, I'm closer friends with.
Yeah.
But the people who get scared and are weird about it, I'm like.
I just remember you just like rattling them off, and I was like, why are you teaching me this? Why are you teaching me these slurs?
People need to know, dude.
You're like teaching me hate.
People need to know. No, I'm teaching you love, dude. If you called me a wop out of love.
Yeah. Never once called you a wop out of love.
I mean, you don't really call me wop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a couple friends who I have one friend in particular who like would never say it, and then he starts saying it.
I just feel like the word carries no weight to me, so there's no reason for me to say it. Like I'm like, oh, I don't feel bad for saying it. I don't feel good. It just sounds like I'm just saying a Cardi B song. Is how I feel.
Well, I have that bit about that. Yeah. It's a good song.
It's a great song. It's an amazing song. Megan Thee Stallion, you know?
Well, I think that's why I bring up WAP in particular, because I think it's so funny that song exists, and people already are saying it. Well, that's why it's fun too, because I've met people who are very into that song, but they don't know it's a slur. Yeah. And then when I tell them it's a slur, they get like so super conflicted, and I'm like, it's just Italian. You don't need to be conflicted. It's all good. Dude. You could say what you could still say it. It's not a big deal. Yeah. There's a reason why that song came out and it wasn't a big deal. Yeah. Yeah.
I do like that we started this podcast by you going, we're not recording, and then clearly coaxing me into saying a racial thing about my dad.
Dude, you knew we were recording.
Yeah, it was just you're just like, why are you acting like we're recording? We're not recording.
I like to do that. That's how I like to do it with guests. Yeah. But I'll cut. If you were actually uncomfortable, I knew that you knew. You know.
Oh yeah, I was fine. I would say that about. I said it to my dad to his face.
Oh sure.
I would say it to anybody.
Oh sure. Yeah, I knew you were comfortable with it. Yeah. I was. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, hey, that thing you told me off mic that I know you're uncomfortable with. Please say it right now. I would never do that. Yeah.
No, I would only make that joke really to my dad, because my dad likes that. He likes the idea of me trying to get him deported.
Oh yeah, there's certain things you could do with your parents that you just can't do with other people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. I think my dad enjoys it. He likes the idea of getting further away from me. But how are you, Jake? We haven't seen each other very often in the past couple weeks.
I know, dude. Yeah. It's because you got a girlfriend, dude.
That's not important, but
you don't want to talk about that? Is that off limits? You're like, I often warn my dad that I'm going to take him to I'll call IRS.
I'm going to take him to the IRS.
IRS. Yeah. I'm going to call ICE on him. But I don't have a girlfriend. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no. When there's a microphone in my hand, I have told her this, and I will tell everybody else. When there's a microphone in my hand, I am single. You know, as long as I am holding.
Yeah, but if you're talking to me, you're not single, dude.
As long as I am holding a microphone, I am single as can be.
You barely live here. You're not single.
I'm fucking so single when I hold a microphone.
Yeah, but I cancel it out. I cancel it out as your roommate, as witness. To you, how many times, how much you're spending time with her?
Me, and the person that I date off mic have agreed that as long as I'm holding a microphone, I'm not cheating.
All right. Well then, you've been. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. You've been singly seeing this woman 1,000 times a week.
Yeah, but how have you been? It's been what have you been up to?
Nothing. Chilling, dude. Yeah. Just hanging out.
I do like that you're unemployed now and you're just fucking living the dream.
I'm just chilling, dude.
Yeah. You're just hanging.
I'm on vacation, bro. You keep calling it unemployed. I'm on vacation, dude. It's by choice.
How long has it been?
It's been a month. Month of chilling, dude.
You should have gone to France.
Nah, it would have been too much money. I have enough money where I can chill.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough money where I can just like go to France. If I go to France, it's gonna eat away a chunk of money that'll make me feel bad.
Okay.
Maybe I could go though. Maybe I can go.
We're all curious as to how much Jake has.
It's not that much.
He was able to take a month off.
It's not that much. It's not that much.
You know.
It's not that much. It really isn't. Yeah. It really isn't. In a couple months, I'll be destitute.
In a couple months.
I'll be on the street, dude.
I'm saying if I didn't have a job, I would be destitute by Tuesday. you know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I was destitute. I had no money at all saved up.
Yeah.
And I was destitute, and I had to move back home.
Yeah.
So ever since that point, I was like, I need enough money where
you could just hang.
I can at least like have a handful of time to think about how to not have that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can't have that happen again. Because that'll be a dead me and a dead parents.
And that's it.
That'll be a tragic Italian family.
You a big murder-suicide fan?
I mean, I'm just saying, dude. I can't live that life again. That's crazy. That's a crazy life to lead, dude.
I get it.
Unpandemic, you gotta go back to your parents' place.
Yeah.
Everyone's gotta die.
No, last year I went and spent 2 weeks at my mom's house because I hadn't seen her in 2 years.
Yeah.
And I think by the second day,
and that was by choice.
Yeah. And by the second day there, I was like, this is too long.
Yeah. Imagine if it wasn't by choice, you had to go back.
Yeah.
Your dad would be fucking ICE would come to the door.
Mm.
You'd be like, I'm killing my mom. I'm calling ICE on my dad. I'm shooting myself in the head. Mm-hmm. That's what you do, dude. That's how it happens.
Call ICE on both of them. Why just on one?
Because that's not the bit you have with your mom. You gotta fucking stay true to the bit, bro. What the hell? You have the same bit for your mom and your dad?
No, I would never deport my mother.
That's not love, dude.
I would never once deport my mother.
Why?
She's chill.
She's a peaceful soul.
Yeah, she's cool.
She worked hard.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah. Well, I don't, you know.
Yeah. I don't. How are we doing? How's everybody doing out there?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how deep you want to talk about your mom.
No, I have nothing to say about my mom. My mom's cool.
Yeah,
my mom's
cool
fun.
As fuck, yeah.
She's chill.
She's a chill lady. I met her.
I do like that when she came here, she did an accent of her taxi driver that was not a taxi. She just got into a random person's car. It was like her first time in New York City. She got off at the plane and hopped in the backseat of someone's car and then gave them my address.
And she was like mad at them for not understanding what's going on.
Yeah, and then they drove her to my address.
Yeah.
And then I remember she was talking about it, and we were like, yeah, that wasn't a taxi. You just got into someone's car. And she was doing an accent. And I remember as she was doing an accent, I go, Jake, what accent do you think she's doing?
And I was like, sounds like some sort of an Asian accent.
Yeah, and she goes, no, it's like a Middle Eastern accent. Yeah. I was like, no, you're doing an Asian accent.
You're like, Mom, I didn't know you were a European.
Yeah, you do.
She's like, yeah, it is Asian accent.
Yeah. Oh, it was...
Yeah, your mom's a little racist. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, she's chill.
Yeah. I feel like that's most moms. That's most moms and dads.
That's most people, but yeah.
But I'm saying at that level.
Oh, like that where you're just like, oh, you're doing accents.
I feel like doing an accent that's not the right accent at all. Just the accent of somebody you don't like is a very like 40-year-old mom thing to do. Mm-hmm. You know, or 50-year-old dad thing to do.
Yeah, my mom's cool. You know. She's
I'm not trying to pull up your mom's spot, dude. She was a very nice lady. When I met her, she was cool.
Yeah.
She went to your show. She was laughing it up.
She's having a great time.
Yeah, it was tight.
She had fun, yeah.
My mom's never been to my show, dude. And she fucking lives in New York.
One time I did a show right across the street from my mom's house, and she goes, I'll make the next one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's something about like being... the
convenience of it?
Yeah, because here's a good example, is in college... I commuted my first year, and I drove to school all the time. I went to school.
How far was your school?
I went to class all the time. It was a half-hour away, half-hour drive.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Yeah. But then I lived on like right off campus at an apartment right off campus, and I skipped constantly.
Oh yeah,
I skipped class so much that like I lost credit for certain classes because I just was never fucking there.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to the city, I went to class all the time.
Yeah.
So there's something about distance. There's something about making the choice. Like there's more of a choice to make.
Yeah.
So once you commit to it, you just go.
Well, it's because when you're that close, you can just keep putting it off. You're like, I'll make it.
Yeah,
and then you're like 5 minutes past. You're like, well, it's too far gone now.
yeah. And a weird part of me was like, I'm so close that like I kind of am there.
Yeah. I missed all of Thanksgiving one year because of that.
Really?
Yeah. I was supposed to go to my dad's. I was like down the street, and I was hanging out with a friend, and we were just laying around, and then I was like, all right, I guess Christmas. I guess it's over. I guess it's fucking over. I'm not going to Thanksgiving anymore. I've missed so many Thanksgivings. It's criminal. I feel bad.
Just based on negligence? Just based on shrugs?
I feel bad now. I feel bad thinking about it. I'm like, I missed too many Thanksgivings.
You know what? I feel less bad because every Thanksgiving, You seem to not have anything to do.
Yeah.
But now I realize you did it to yourself, dude.
Yeah, I made a habit of not doing anything.
You
on
just don't
Thanksgiving.
fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Even when you lived there, you didn't go.
I missed a few.
Wild.
Yeah.
Why? Do you just not like Thanksgiving?
I don't know what it is. I don't like going to events. Like
just
that.
in general.
Yeah.
Is it family events specifically, or you just like don't like going to gatherings?
I think family events, because since I have to go to my mom's and I have to go to my dad's, so I have to like bounce back and forth, and I'm like, this is just a pain.
Yeah.
Just having to bounce, but that's normal.
I guess so. Well, you also have like you. I mean, it's more complicated for you because you have divorced parents.
Yeah. So it's just like I have to go to
You juggle the two.
Go to my mom's house. I hang out there for a bit, and then I have to drive an hour to my dad's place and spend some time there.
Is there ever like wait, you gotta wait. So when you would go to like your mom's early and then your dad's later?
Yeah.
See, but that's wild to me. I feel like most people I know who with divorced parents, they either like they'll go 1 year to their dad's, 1 year to their mom's.
Oh no, I would go to both on the same day.
Well, I understand why you gave up.
Yeah.
You gave up because you're like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I won't fucking do that.
Well, everybody in my family is a crybaby, so they would throw a fit.
They get jealous.
They would throw a fit big time.
That's no good.
Yeah.
You gotta lay down the law.
Yeah.
You gotta be like one a year.
And it's one of those things.
That's not fucking reasonable.
Yeah. It's wild. And the reason I'm okay with it is because not to be mean to my dad, but I do love my mom more.
There you go.
But my dad's food is better. So it's
you know what? It's the same thing with me.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, I love this parent more, but the food and the party here is better.
Yeah, but that's why it's great that they never got divorced. Because I got the great food and I got my mom.
Yeah, you got your mom right there.
I got everything right there.
Yeah,
you know,
it happens.
Yeah. So it sucks that your parents didn't love each other enough. Sucks that your parents chose to fucking quit, dude.
To quit?
Your parents are fucking quitters, dude.
My
parents hate each other, stuck it out. They live miserable lives that they don't really like that much, but I get to fucking enjoy holidays.
No, my mom and dad are, I don't know how to describe, I mean, they were not together very long, from my understanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, yeah, it's all right.
There's people that freak out about divorce.
I mean, I was joking. Hold on, I gotta get a tissue.
Oh my God. Is this cut out? Is this going to be part of the pod?
This is all on.
Oh, man. This is in? Him blowing his nose?
I'm just wiping it. I don't cut, bro. Oh, but that is the timer for this half.
All right. So you might as well have cut it.
I might as well have cut it, but I didn't, dude.
Yeah.
You got any parting words for the second part?
Oh, see you in the second half.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Are we back?
We're back, dude.
All right.
Just like that.
What's up?
We're fucking back. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
It doesn't matter.
I was blowing my nose.
Yeah,
You're right. I could have cut off perfectly.
You could have cut it out perfectly.
I won't though. It's staying in. I could have cut off. I was like literally perfect timing. You said, "Are you gonna cut out?" I was like, "No," and I sat back down. And the
And
timer
then
went
as soon
off.
as the alarm went off. Anyways, welcome to the second half of Talking to Myself with your guest, Jake Letizia.
How's it going?
Doing just fine.
What's up, Fernando?
Yeah. What's up?
No, you asked me questions. It's your podcast.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I've never done an interview before. I don't know what's a good interview question.
You're fucking this up, dude.
Yeah, no,
you just assume the hostship as a bit, and
Yeah.
you're already you can't think of one single question.
Yeah, I'm already fucking.
This is so beyond fuck, dude. You come on my podcast just to make me look like a fucking fool like this?
Yeah. Actually, someone did ask me recently. Would you be able to describe to someone that doesn't have a penis what it's like to get an erection? How would you describe that feeling?
I like you're like, I don't have a single question, and then you're like, I got this though.
Yeah, it's good.
I got this though. How would I describe what it's like to have an erection to someone who has never felt it?
Yeah. It's hard, right?
I'd start there.
Yeah, it's like it's it.
Yeah, you look down, you're like, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
You feel a stiffness
Uh-huh.
in your groin.
Okay.
And
I'm just curious.
pulsing.
I want to see how you describe it.
There's a pulsing.
Okay.
You could feel a flow of blood.
Okay.
And it's kind of got your dick's got kind of a heartbeat to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a throb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once it happens, you are like, oh wow, I really am interested in that, in this whoever I'm having it for.
Interesting.
Or you're like, it's the morning, and I have not expelled my poison for a while.
I've also, but maybe you relate to this, because I was explaining this to someone too.
Do you not relate to what I just said?
Sure, but also,
you think that was a bad description?
That's fine. It's a fine description.
What's yours?
Well, I was describing like not the penis itself, but like, have you ever gotten like excited and then you get like a rush of blood to like your face, something like that? You feel like blood rushing to your face.
Yeah.
It's like that, but
to your groin.
No, you don't agree?
I don't agree.
Okay, well then we both give you bad descriptions. But,
yeah, anyone who's listening right now who doesn't have a penis, who felt like, I understand now. Tell us why. Tell us
please. What was I gonna say? What were you talking? Oh, you've got an erection before and it's just like happened, and you're like, I'm not aroused at all. This is just like because
I just have one. I'm just like at. Like, because sometimes at the supermarket.
Yeah, because sometimes it happens and you're just like, oh, that's just a general maintenance erection.
That happened in school all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it just happened to me sometimes. Like, I was just sitting there doing whatever.
Yeah.
Reading.
Yeah.
As I do.
Fuck, this guy never fucking reads. What were you reading? 50 Shades of Grey?
The Quran.
The Quran? You just got a hard on?
Yeah, it
that's blasphemy,
sometimes.
dude.
Yeah, it happens.
That's blasphemy. You're going to hell for that. You'll get a boner while reading religious texts, dude. That's fucked up. You're going to hell.
I'm saying, like, sometimes you get an erection and it's not sexual at all. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what to do with this. And you kind of just have to wait it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like that happens only if you have not. I like how you take over as the host, and now we're just talking about penises.
Yeah,
Crude. This is an intellectual show. It's an intellectual show, dude.
Yeah.
I've never talked about penises or shit ever.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I ever have talked about penises on the podcast.
Oh man,
this might be a first. I've talked about shit a lot.
Okay.
Diarrhea.
Do you subscribe to the idea of blue balls? Like people getting blue balls?
Well, you gotta go to. Well, hold on. Well, first off, I was gonna say, I feel like you only get a erection like that if you have not come in a while.
Well, because you
like
mentioned,
if I've been coming, I feel like I don't get random boners.
Really?
Just in public.
I think because you mentioned getting like an erection in the morning.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Like I'm not ever horny in the morning. I'm not really horny in the morning. That I feel like the same way I can go to sleep horny or go to sleep hungry and wake up and not feel either one of them.
Yeah, but you've never
sleep satiates both of those needs for me.
Yeah, but you've never what's called? Just like not masturbated or not had sex in like a week and then you wake up and then you have a boner?
Mm-mm.
Your body's broken, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I was in a youth group, right?
Yeah.
Like a religious.
Have you ever
youth
had
group.
a wet dream?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I haven't.
Oh no, I have. I had them super early. I had them so early
this
that
sounds rough.
Why is this
how
rough?
early?
Early enough where I did not produce semen.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what it was.
You just wet the bed.
No, there was no wetness.
Okay.
But I had an orgasm. But I didn't know that's what was happening until I masturbated for the first time. I was like, oh, that's what an orgasm is.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
That's very interesting.
It's fucking wild. That and also, I used to like put my penis underneath the water in the bathtub.
Okay.
And I would put my penis under there, and then eventually I would have an orgasm. But again, was not old enough to produce semen.
Interesting.
And then a little while later, I thought since I didn't know what it was, I thought it was like me holding my pee made that effect. Yeah. So like I would hold my pee.
Okay.
To like, because I was like, oh, it'll feel good.
Okay.
When like after a while,
mm-hmm.
and I wasn't holding my pee.
All
That's
right.
not what that was. So anyway,
yeah.
I don't know why I had wet dreams that early, but I did. But I've never had a wet dream.
Okay. But you've woken up with erections.
But I've woken up with erections. Yeah. My body knows to be awake.
I think that
my body knows to be awake.
I think that happened to me when I was like 16.
Yeah.
And then beyond then, it kind of just
a wet
down.
dream?
No, I've never had a wet dream. But like waking up with like morning wood.
You don't have any recollection of like being asleep and feeling an orgasm?
No.
Well, there you go.
Never once in my life.
Well, there you go. I was probably like 7 or 8. Is that crazy?
That is interesting.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, blue balls.
Blue balls. Yeah. Do you?
Enough of this wet dream shit, dude.
Yeah. Because
you were looking at me like what I was saying was to a TMI, bro.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's this pod.
I'm an open book.
We cover it all here. Don't worry about it.
I'm an open book, dude.
Listen, we have 200 plus
Wait,
episodes.
you didn't want to know
here.
that about me, bro? You started talking about dicks, dude. You asked me about wet dreams.
We cover that stuff all the time here. It's not a big deal.
You've never been on this podcast before. It's your first episode, dude, and your fucking last. After you looked at me with such disgust when I was opening my soul to you about wet dreams, dude, I was like, yo, I had wet dreams so early I couldn't produce cum. You looked at me like, I'm terrified right now.
Here's my
problem. Terrified of the truth, dude?
Here's my problem with because the idea of blue balls is so ridiculous to me. It doesn't.
Just shifting away.
It doesn't mean it. Like I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, what do you think it means? Because when someone says blue balls, I feel like a lot of people have different definitions of what the fuck that is.
My understanding of what blue balls is, it means like a guy was about to hook up, he was ready to go, and then it didn't happen, and now he's feeling a physical pain because he's not getting to come.
Yeah, I don't believe in blue. I think people are just describing edging when they're talking about that.
Yeah,
because I don't think blue balls. Damn, we're getting real. We're getting real sexual with this podcast. I don't think you can get blue balls from like one time of like almost coming and then not, and then you stop having sex.
Yeah,
but like,
I don't think it's like necessarily. It's like we didn't even get to the sex part. We were like about to have sex, and then like. Maybe like the person you're with was like, oh no, I actually don't want to do this.
Well, I don't believe that at all.
And then they're like, oh, but now I'm getting, you're giving me blue balls.
That's not real.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, you're just being an asshole.
If somebody said that they were about to have sex and they didn't even get to the part where they almost came, but they had a physical pain in their groin, that's a lie.
That's my understanding of what blue balls is.
My understanding was that it's a little further.
Edging is different than blue balls to me.
Well, yeah, to me it is as well.
Edging is like you got to the edge of coming and then stop. Blue balls is like you didn't even start having sex yet. There was no penetration or anything yet.
See, but to me, in my brain, the distinction I've always made is edging is on purpose and blue balls is not.
Okay.
But yeah, the definition that you put forth, no, I don't think that's a bullshit. I think that's just a bullshit thing where a guy's like trying to like finish having sex.
Come on, babe.
Yeah, you're giving me blue balls.
Yeah.
Although has that ever worked? Has a woman ever been like, well, I don't want to give him blue balls? Yeah. You think that's ever happened?
Like an obligation kind of thing?
Yeah.
Probably. Unfortunately, probably has.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just a sad situation.
Yeah.
Just a douchebag guy and a woman who doesn't want to be a jerk.
She does not want to get killed. Is what she wants.
Yeah, that's what I said. Doesn't want to be a jerk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I don't want to die or be a jerk. I don't want to die a jerk. Yeah. That's what it is. It's funny to me the concept of someone like just being worried that not only will you die, but he'll be like, she was also a jerk. Yeah. Yeah. No, the threat of death is probably palpable for women at all times.
Oh, for sure.
In a sexual encounter?
For sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. It's wild because I'm as small as most women and I feel none of that fear, and it's 100% because I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm
you should feel it though.
I should. I could easily. I would lose any battle I was put in. Yeah. Don't ever bet on me, and I'm scrap. I would last long in a fight, but I will still lose the fight. You know?
Maybe that's why I tend to like taller women.
You want someone that can protect
like
themselves?
She'll feel safe.
Yeah. It's just
she'll feel safer.
It's wild.
She's 6 foot. She'll feel safer. She's a little taller than me.
Yeah.
That's got to be probably.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
And that's where we're going to bring on Meredith to talk about it right now. Meredith.
Who's Meredith?
Some girl that I'm friends with. Good friend of mine, Meredith Dietz. Do you know her?
Yeah, it's a good friend of mine as well.
Meredith?
Meredith.
You don't know Meredith. You know Meredith?
Briefly. I think, yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. She's a good friend of mine. I don't know who she is to you.
Anyways, I would lose a lot. I think I would lose a lot of fights. Very, very one-sided.
Just in general.
And it makes me think of, like, you know, in Rockies, like, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit.
Yeah.
You have to be able to hit pretty hard, though.
Yeah.
Like, because I can get hit pretty hard. I cannot throw a punch.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I can get wailed on pretty good.
Although, if you get up, it will scare people.
Oh, for sure.
And eventually they'll stop.
You think so?
I don't know. I have a friend. Did you say this? Did you say? I think you said this and another friend of mine. One friend of mine, I was like, "What would you do in a fight?" Or like, would you like? Well, yeah, what would you do in a fight if you got into a fight? He goes, "Oh, I would just like have him keep hitting me, and I would just laugh the whole time and freak him out."
That was something I did one time.
Okay, yeah.
I got hit one time, and then I started laughing.
Yeah.
And the person was like, "What's going on?"
Did it work? Did he stop?
No, they did keep going until I stopped laughing.
Yeah.
Until I stopped laughing.
Yeah, because the laugh just makes them angry.
The laugh is more just like, oh, you're challenging me.
Yeah.
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 Like, it looks cool when the Joker does it in the Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
But in real life, people just get angrier.
Sure. Well, Batman does get angrier.
Yeah.
But Batman doesn't stop beating him. That's the thing. That's the thing that people don't understand.
Hits him a lot more. He hits him harder.
He hits him harder,
He hits him harder. He's like, oh, I didn't hit you hard enough.
Batman comics.
Yeah.
Some say they're not realistic. That aspect is very realistic. If somebody's just cackling, somebody's doing what you just did, you got to hit him harder.
Batman is a bully.
Batman's pissed. But he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Batman, what do you think? Is Blue Balls real? And also, is Batman a good guy?
I think Batman is a good guy at the end of the day. I think he's a pretty chill dude.
I don't know. He's just like beating up people who are trying to make ends meet. I don't know. I feel like if you saw the origin stories of some of these people's crime careers, I feel like you would hate Batman. Some of these people just like have a family and they're dying and they're like, I gotta do crime. And next thing you know, this billionaire's just punching them in the face. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I like the movies. I like him in concept, but when I break it down,
he's a bad guy.
He's not a pal.
He's not a pal.
He's not a good friend of mine. He doesn't have a friend in me. You know what I'm saying? You ever hear that song?
Yeah.
You got a friend in me? Doesn't apply to
Batman. You see the new Lightyear movie?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought it up. You shouldn't. It's a bad movie.
But you saw it?
I saw it.
It was not good?
It's fine.
Isn't it just the plot of Planet of the Apes? Where he like goes into a thing and then he's like teleported to the future?
Sure.
Or not teleported, but he like the space time works in such a way where he like ends up in the future.
That is a plot point, but the world doesn't change in a way that there's now like a totally different world.
Sure. But well, kind of, right? Because I like how I'm like, no, but for real, I didn't see the movie, but tell me if I'm right. Yeah. No, but when he goes into the future, aren't like robots taking over? Zurg and all that?
Yeah, there's robot, but that's also like a different. It's hard to. I don't want to spoil it. It's complex.
You don't want to spoil it, but it's a terrible movie.
It's not a bad movie. It's just one of those movies that like I wouldn't recommend.
It should have been on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's a movie that like I'm like, see it if you want to see it. If you don't want to see it, I would not recommend.
I saw a bunch of reviews that were like,
I wouldn't change anybody's opinion about the movie.
Well,
like if someone said they didn't like it, I'd be like, I get it. If someone said they really liked it, I'd be like, all right, I get it.
You're kind of changing my opinion. I kind of feel like kind of feel like not watching it anymore.
I thought you didn't want to see it to begin with.
No, I want to see it. I wanted to see it, but then all the reviews were not good. And then also a bunch of people were like, this is the first movie that feels like it should be on Disney Plus. And I was like, damn, that's mean.
I did fall asleep for the first like 15 minutes of it, so I missed the initial.
A ringing endorsement, dude.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not the movie's fault. I was very tired that day. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep recently, and then I've been riding my bike a lot as well.
I don't know that I've never fallen asleep in a movie. I understand that you were tired. I mean, that makes sense. You're exercise. You haven't gotten a lot of sleep. Well, you don't get a lot of sleep ever.
Yeah, I don't. I famously do not sleep.
This guy sleeps like. This guy will go to bed at 6 a.m. and wake up at 9. Without a problem.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
He's out and about at 9 a.m. I'm sleeping. I hear the TV go on. I'm like, bro, what time is it?
I get up to lounge. It's not even like I got shit to do.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like other people get up because they're like, oh, I got to go to work.
It's true.
I get up and I'm like, let me rewatch Community.
Yeah. You wake up to do shit you don't need to do. Like it would be better if you slept. Every time we go out super late and then you're awake at 9, I'm like, you're hurting your body.
My body, I have said it before, my body's being held together by the glory of youth. And one day that will run out.
That glory's almost gone.
Yeah,
you got like 5 years until that's over.
and then I'm gonna fucking be paying for it. You're
gonna be sleeping till like 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. every day.
I'm be falling apart.
Your body's gonna need it.
I'm gonna shut down physically.
The best was when Ralph came here, and our friend Ralph.
What did he watch? What was he watching?
He was watching. He was like writing jokes and watching Gladiator like 3 a.m.
Full blast.
Yeah, full blast.
Full blast. There was no subtlety. He was blasting it as we were trying. We were like, "Oh, we gotta work in the morning, Ralph. We're gonna go to sleep now." And he was like, "Cool. Turn the TV up."
I was chilling though. I was awake. I came out to go pee or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is a good movie." He literally was like, "This is a good movie." I was like, "Yeah, it is." But I felt very vindicated because until he came, there was a lot of me being like, bro, it's crazy how much you don't sleep. And then you would always be like, yo, you sleep so much. And then he came and he stayed out late with us and he was out till like fucking 1 p.m. Like he was sleeping all day on the couch. And I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
You're the odd man out, dude. You're the weird guy.
It's not my fault you and Ralph are the same person.
Bro, most people sleep, dude.
Okay,
most people sleep.
I feel like when Ralph came, y'all were teaming up on me for a lot of the things I do.
Get ready for round 2, dude. Yeah, he's coming again.
They came at me because I left a pizza out for a little while.
Yeah, but you're right on that one. We found out that Fernando was definitely right on that one.
Yeah.
Fernando leaves food out.
I do leave food.
You're only right with the pizza though.
No, but I will say that compared to most people, I do leave food out for longer than most people would, and still think it's okay to eat.
Yeah, and you're right about the pizza. So we were saying that he leaves the pizza out too long, and my main
it's cured meat.
Yeah, my main point was like, oh well, the meat on it. If there's meat on it, that's gonna go bad. But then I was at a pizzeria, and I was like, well, they don't heat the case, and this pepperoni's just in here all fucking day.
Yeah,
and I like how I had like a revelation
like Fernando's
in line for pizza.
He's a correct guy.
But I am not on your side for fucking he leaves Chinese food out for like 3 hours. Just sesame chicken on the table. That's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
It's fine. I've not gotten food poisoning.
Yeah, but I think that's only because you had spurts of it throughout your life.
I've built-in immunity to
I think so. I think
food.
you have had bad shits that was food poison. But
when's the last? I think I got food poisoning one time, and it was recently, and it was from a burrito I got at a restaurant.
Were you puking?
No, I was. I shit my pants.
Oh yes, you tell me this.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was.
I don't know how deep you want to go into it.
I was with the person that I am. I was with the person that I'm dating now.
Who's that?
It doesn't matter. And then
do I know her?
I think I ate this burrito. We were walking to her place, and I was like, I think this is gonna be bad. Full on shit myself in front of her. And
does she know? She doesn't know.
No, she doesn't know. She might be listening.
She might know.
She might listen to this
She'll
episode.
know now.
And I had to rush home.
Did you smell it? That's what I want to know.
Can we cut this out?
No, dude. Absolutely not.
I've said this on too many episodes of podcasts, you know.
Oh, you said it on your other podcast?
I said it on my podcast as well. And luckily that episode hasn't been released.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is going out. It's going out like next week.
Yeah,
this is going out Thursday, dude.
I'm really worried about it. I'm real worried.
What do you got to be worried about? I want to know if she smelt the shit. That's all I want to know. I feel like if a person shit their pants in front of me, I would smell it but not know what to say because you wouldn't be thinking that person shit their pants. You would just be thinking, why does it smell so rancid?
Yeah.
Did he just fart really fucking bad?
But we were also outside.
The smells of outside are not enough to cover up the smell of shit.
Know.
I've been outside with a human being shitting.
But it also wasn't like a full on like everything was let go out. It was like a little bit.
It was a little spurt?
A little bit here.
Oh, so you didn't really shit your pants.
And then we went to her place, and I really went to town. And then...
Oh, so you didn't, like, full-on shit your pants.
And then, like, we're on the bike ride back, it got a lot worse. And so...
So you were, like...
I mean, I did have to change.
You were leaking.
I had to change, yeah.
It sounds like there was a progression of leakage.
Yeah,
See, this is what I'm talking about. This podcast is all about shit.
It was a rough day.
See how much more, like, excited I am? We were talking about dicks. I was like, this is so crass. We talk about shit. I want to talk about the leakage. You're
ready
dude.
to go.
I want to talk about how many drops came out.
You became a host immediately.
Wait, but you shit more on the bike itself? So you like more and more was coming out as you were coming home.
It was bad. It was.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah, it was a crime scene.
And your girlfriend was the witness, but she didn't know, dude.
I hope not.
That's like when a murder happens in the room next to you.
I really hope.
And you hear screams, and you're like, "It's probably nothing happening."
The entire time I was like, "Ooh, we've only been dating like a week and a half, and she's about to leave town for a week, so I can't have this early in the relationship her disappear for a week after realizing that I shit myself."
Well, here's the thing too: is that this podcast is coming out next week, and she'll be away again. So she's really gonna contemplate.
Yeah,
she gonna hear this. Well, she might not even listen.
Yeah, maybe
she might though.
I'm glad this is tucked pretty deep into the pod. Maybe she won't listen this deep.
I mean,
into it.
It's right at the end.
Yeah,
but she might just skip to the end. Also, I could give her a timestamp.
Don't give her don't do that.
No, but the shitting the pants is funny because she was a witness. It's funny because the same way my friend was in the woods on a camping trip,
right?
And they were like tying up their refuge or their trash or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to tie it up
so bears
don't come get it. And as they were doing that, they just heard screaming, like they heard like. I was like, what? I was like, what did you hear? He goes, oh, we heard like a woman screaming.
Okay.
Like for her life, it sounded like.
Right.
And I was like, you for real heard that?
Someone they knew?
No. But they were on a campsite.
Okay.
So like there are,
There's
other people
there.
I was like, you heard a woman screaming for her life? He goes, yeah, well, that's what it sounded like. And I was like, well, was it? And he goes, well, I don't know. We assumed,
what?
We assumed that it was probably like an animal or something.
And they didn't check?
And I was like, bro, you can't just assume it's a different sound than you heard. But that reminds me of, I feel like this is the same scenario. She smelled the shit and she was like, it's probably something else.
I'm really hoping she didn't smell it.
And he heard a scream and he was like, it's probably something else. Although yours just is embarrassment and that could be a person actually dying.
Yeah.
I still to this day, I'm like, did someone die?
Someone died.
Did something happen?
Something terrible did happen. Someone's day was at least
What
ruined.
would you do in that scenario?
If I heard someone screaming at the top of their lungs.
I don't think there was any words said. I think that's why they assumed it was a different noise. But it was like a banshee scream.
It is one of those things where it's like, I should check this out, but do I also want to be?
I would like to say that I would go and see what's going on, or I would scream back and be like,
but that is very much that scene in a horror film where you're like, why do people always go and check it out?
Yeah.
Why do you have to investigate?
Yeah.
And because I probably would too, but why? Like,
yeah.
Because honestly, even if something is bad, what am I gonna do now? I just gotta watch someone die. Like,
well, you can get in there.
But then
you don't want to die too.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
See, it's fun.
I'm gonna die a hero or live a coward. One of the two.
It's funny because in the movie, this is funny. We're realizing that like in the movie, it is morally correct to go investigate.
Yeah,
that's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing.
You should go investigate.
Yeah,
even if your life's gonna be taken.
But that's the problem. Is I know I wouldn't help that person live at all, regardless of what's happening to them.
Like you wouldn't be able to save them.
I wouldn't be able to save, because even if I did intervene, you could give me any weapon. And I would still fail.
Yeah. You're just increasing the man's body count.
Yeah.
You're just making the headline worse.
Yeah.
You don't want to make the headline worse.
He killed 3 because 2 other people came and offered no assistance.
Don't do that. What?
Yeah.
You guys are dead too, dude.
I'd be like, hey, stop it.
Also, you show up and then the person's just dead.
Yeah.
Like you come up, you time it perfectly for him to be like, well, I'm done with this, so you guys are fucked.
And they also have adrenaline pumping to them, so they're feeling stronger.
Yeah. I don't know. You might be able to.
I do often think that I'm like, what if someone did try to attack me? Could I defend myself? And I like to think that maybe I would be. No.
I was thinking about that on the subway the other day.
Yeah.
I thought about that a couple times on the subway. Thank God it never went to like
where someone looks at you.
Anything physical.
Like, yeah.
Or it's usually someone's like yelling at somebody else. And the person's ignoring them, but a couple of times that's happened where I was like, "Oh, if this escalates to violence, like someone needs to do something."
Yeah.
Because on the subway, you can't just be like, it's probably a different noise.
But
when you're seeing it in front of you, you can't be like, "That's something else."
Yeah, but on the subway,
I don't have my glasses on, dude.
There's an air on the subway where it's just like, we're all by ourselves, even though we're surrounded by these people. Anything that's happening not to me is not. I'm not involved. There is that energy on the train.
It's one of those things where like you really cannot say what you would do, but I would like to think that I would do something.
Yeah, we all like to think that we're good people.
I think I would have at least in the scenario where he screamed.
Yeah.
Where he heard the scream, I think I would have at least screamed back. Like, "Are you okay?" Like, done something.
Yeah.
Do something, dude. I was like, "What animal did you assume it was? A squirrel? Like, what animal screams like a banshee in the middle of the night?" Anyway, so.
Well, so it happened at night too?
Yeah, it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's.
They're
wild.
tying up their refuge.
We wrapping up?
Yeah, it's probably about a minute left of the camera.
All right.
But did you have to throw away the underwear that you shit in?
Yeah.
You didn't, dude.
Said that for the episode. Said that for the episode.
That's definitely part of the episode, dude. Damn, you didn't, bro. You have that pair of underwear still, dude. And I can't cut that. That's too good. Thank God this is a video podcast, so we could see that on camera. You just like your pause. I was like, you fucking motherfucker.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Talking to Myself with my guest Jake Letizia.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much to my guest for being here. Fernando Ruiz is fucking hilarious. Go to Jerry Seinfeld Presents, dude. The next show. When's the next show?
I think we're doing it July 28th.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No one listens to this, but if someone is, 2 people who are, go to that show. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're in it. I can't cut that. Jake, you don't make any sense.